right, welcome to IBWIP. Our elf on the shelf, Cole. Cole, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. Good to be here.
It's not a pleasure having you. Not at all, because I've dealt with you too much already. But so you've been our elf on the shelf for about 2 years now.
Yep.
How are you liking it? Because it probably drives me up to the wall.
So far, so good till that smart-ass comment about not liking having me here. I don't like that. I wish you'd stop moving around all the time. You were all the way across town last year. Now you're in this house. Make up your mind.
Well, it was a tornado caused us not to be in this house.
Likely story. Look, I like riding around on your dog. Rory's fun. I like being near the graveyard. There's always lots of Oreos and beer in the fridge.
Why would there be beer in the fridge? Because Brett comes here all the time?
NA. NA beer.
I think the elf should be lucky he didn't get carried away in the tornado.
Yeah,
personally.
because it was in November. 2 more weeks, and we would have lost you.
Well,
What do you do in your off time?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What do you do the other 11 months of the year?
Fuck.
I'm sure Blake wasn't going to ask you that.
Before you get to that, Cole, let's put a tack on that one.
let's put that one in the parking.
Let's put a tack on that one. So every morning, Eli wakes up and finds you doing some kind of outrageous, mischiefy thing. You know, like one time you wrote "Be good, Eli" in toothpaste all over the bathroom mirror.
Seems hypocritical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have seen
Do
you.
as I say.
You toilet papered our living room. You TP'd our living room.
I remember that.
I mean,
December 4th.
what?
December 4th.
Oh, it actually was.
Yep.
How did you know that?
As
Do you keep a work journal?
I keep a work journal.
Yeah, he's got to send it into corporate.
Do you just get bored, or do you have like a troublemaking kind of mentality?
Well, I am the elf on a shelf, and I only know how to do a few things. I report to Santa, fluff up the joint while you're sleeping, and
Fluff up of the joint.
That's right. I fluff it up. I just mess things around.
I don't think that means the same thing you think it means.
Right.
Well, what does it mean for you?
For me personally, doesn't mean anything.
Well, I mean, like,
don't
when I
vape.
hear fluffing, I'm assuming that you're a girl.
I'm a boy elf.
Right, but
I have an elf penis.
okay, but you have to keep that penis hard in pornos.
I don't. What's that?
Okay, anyway.
I also, children don't touch me because if they touch me, I lose my magic.
Right. We stress that to Eli. He has a lot of trouble with that. He
Kids want to touch me all the time. It causes a lot of problems for me. Kids are always coming at me with their fingers.
How are your sinus cavities?
Perfectly normal.
Really?
I'm an elf. My sinuses are stuffed full of candy.
That's what I figured. So you watch over the kids. Your job basically is what you're supposed to be doing. Is you're supposed to be watching over the kids, making sure that they're good because Santa Claus is about to come, and you're supposed
1 month a year. It's a sweet gig.
right. And so you're supposed to report back to Santa how they're behaving. How is Garrett and Eli doing so far this year?
Besides an incident when Eli interrupted your show in his underpants looking like an old man, he's been pretty good.
I remember that.
You remember that?
I
It was
totally
pretty nuts,
remember
right?
that.
The best day of Dustin's life.
Shut up.
Authorities, please do not. You did not hear that.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is going on the list. Anyway.
Was that a naughty or a nice gesture?
Well, I
Or was
mean,
it a-
according to Santa, it was naughty, but for me, I didn't mind it so much. He also put his finger in Molly's birthday cake. That was close in proximity to a time when he last picked his nose, so that was bad too.
He is known for. He always does that. Every time you put a birthday cake in front of him, his, not his, sticks his fucking finger in it.
You know what? Me being half full of candy myself, I completely understand the urge to put your finger into sugar products. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I think we were talking about putting fingers in other things earlier.
Yeah, like birthday cakes, right?
Right, exactly.
So, how do you report to Santa? I mean, do you text him, email him, or is there some kind of Windows access database?
Elflepathy.
What is epilepsy? Epilepsy.
Yeah, it's where you have seizures. And
Oh.
No,
you have
that's
to get insulin.
epilepsy. That's
So you
my
just-
lack of candy consumption.
You just communicate using a Caesar.
No, look. Santa, after all, is the head jolly old elf. There are many types of elves that have many types of jobs, but we're all connected and we can communicate with our minds.
How come Santa's way taller than all the other elves?
Yeah, is he really considered an elf? I didn't think he was an actual elf.
He's like a human.
Well, he is a jolly old elf. He has a pituitary problem, and he is by far the largest elf.
But is he epileptic too? Because the lights could be a problem.
No, he gets regular candy intake. He has elepathy. I think you're elflepathy. You're hearing it wrong. It's not epilepsy.
I'm sorry.
Epilepsy.
It's your congestion. You know?
That's all the candy.
This is how elves sound. Their sinuses are full of cotton candies.
Are you really old?
Gumdrops?
I'm well. I mean, according to what?
Elf years, or like
in
Santa
elf
Claus
years,
is the oldest.
He is pretty old. He is old. I am not as old, obviously, but considered by other elves, like subjectively, I am not that old. I'm 305.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No.
You don't look a day over 300.
Oh, thank you.
There's the elf on the shelf is really popular, as Dustin and Brett were saying.
It's very popular in my house.
All over the country, and people post pictures online. And
you have them at your house? You said, Brett
we don't
Conlin,
have
Heartthrob?
We don't have an elf at my
You're
house.
a
That's
heartthrob.
how popular it is at my house.
You don't have them?
We don't have one.
Dustin, you have one at your house?
Nah.
You should.
Do you?
Sorry.
There's a lot of guys out of
I
work.
live alone.
Would you recommend?
most of
You got
the
anybody that
time.
you would recommend? Any
My
buddies of yours?
buddy Gary is out of work right now. He's ready. He's had a lot of shelf sitting experience, but was laid off
What's
recently.
his strong suit?
Sitting on a shelf.
That should probably be the elf at my house because I'm just hanging out by myself at my house most of the
You-
time,
you-
unless my daughter's over on the weekends.
After the
so
show,
he can
I
just
will
hang
give
out on the
you. I'll give you
futon.
Gary's email
Yeah,
address.
he can
So,
just hang out.
What if we just wanted an elf best friend? We're not going to make him do anything.
That does fall under elf on a shelf category because there's only a limited number of different kinds of elves. So I will give you his information after
Are
the
there
show.
any elves with a shelf?
In some cases, in lower income families, the elves do come equipped with their own shelf.
That ain't the shelf I'm talking about, brother.
You've lost me again.
Okay, well, I noticed you said something about there are some elves that are unemployed right now, and
Yes.
I'm unemployed. It's hard to believe, but I'm unemployed right now. Is there any way that I could get a job as an elf on the shelf?
How old are you?
39.
A lot younger than you.
Yeah, so
200.
But I mean, in elf years, that's about 305.
As the crow flies, that is about 305. You and I are about the same age, as it turns out. You've got a nice build. I think you could probably sit on a shelf.
good.
What do you do right now all day? Do you sit around?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
That's why I figured I would be
He has
really
an
good at it.
adult-sized shelf that he sits on all day.
Oh,
It's called a couch.
elf on a
Well,
couch.
you would know because you're here all day.
I do. A lot of times I'm sleeping during the day. I wake up in the night and do a lot of mischief.
You're a nocturnal elf.
That is right. We're
Do you
not
steal
sure.
the underwear and the socks, like the gnomes?
Oh, I do a lot.
So, a lot of people post pictures online of of elves doing all kinds of silly things. Do you guys try to outdo each other, or do you just have your own way of doing things?
Well, we're definitely out there doing silly things. They're all well documented on social media. People post stuff all the time, as you've seen. While I can't personally keep track of all of them, Santa can and does.
Really?
All of the
Does he
shelf.
just
What's
use a
that?
hashtag? Is that how he keeps track?
He
of it?
does. That is correct. All of the shelf elves, as we call ourselves, are in stiff competition each year to best each other. Last year's winner took their family's old irreplaceable family photos and smeared his feces all over them. It was hilarious.
And he won Elf Shelf of the Year.
He won a $25 gift certificate to the Olive Garden.
Ironically, we were talking about the Olive Garden earlier. So
We're all going to go on a
You
date
can get a lot
to
of
the Olive Garden
breadsticks for
someday.
25
Yeah.
bucks.
Almost unlimited, some would
Yeah.
say.
So, is there anything that you've done here that me and Molly don't know about?
Are you kidding me? There's loads of things I've done. Shall I enlighten you?
You don't want to open this door, Blake.
I want to hear what he's got.
You can't unknow what I'm about to say.
That's fine. Oh wait, hold on.
Is the mic going to even pick that up to be worth this silence?
No.
Oh,
What does that mean?
an angel gets his wings.
An angel gets a fist.
Oh, okay. So, what are some of the things that you do that we don't know about? Because now I'm kind of concerned for Eli's safety.
Now remember, you can't unknow these things. I lick all of your plates after you've cleaned them.
Oh,
Yep. And I got a big tongue too. I've got a Gene Simmons-esque tongue. I throw out one in a pair of socks. I put peanut butter on me and let Rory have at it. I download viruses on your laptop. What else?
does the virus only make one channel on my audio recording work?
Maybe. I eat Mexican and fart deep into your bedpillows. I stretch out my sack and put it on everything in your house, including you.
Oh, when
You
are you?
teabagged him.
You're elf teabagging me or Molly.
While
What?
you sleep.
Oh, okay.
So you know, I mean, you didn't know that before. Now you know it. You're probably not going to get into a deep REM sleep now.
I don't think so, and it causes me to ask another question.
All right.
Or did you have more things that you do?
Not necessarily.
Okay, all right. Have you ever made any inappropriate thoughts, or have you impure thoughts with Molly? I mean, or are you? I mean, you can teabag me. That's fine. I don't give a fuck.
I teabag everything in the house. As a matter of fact, it was impure thoughts about her that got me stretching my sack to begin with. There are also a lot of dick and ear pics starring Molly and I.
Dick and ear picks.
I told you didn't want to go down this road.
I really don't want to know this stuff. Brett, you had a question earlier. Do you want to?
Yeah. What do elves like you do when you're off time? Because obviously you've got a good 11 months where you're.
This is an
not during the
appropriately
holidays.
timed question, I would say.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's timing.
I have a lot of downtime.
Those fans for Jason are just going crazy
That's
out there.
bad timing, I think.
I hope he's okay out there.
I know, right?
Fuck him. I was stationed in South Korea for a few years on a shelf, and I have a child that I visit about a month in the summer. I'm usually backpacking through Western Europe, and I go state to state collecting state quarters. That's what I do in the other 11 months.
Where do you carry all the quarters?
I have,
You have like a wagon?
I have a bag of holding that's unlimited. I can put as much as I want in there.
Like Santa Claus does with his bag of presents. Like you can put unlimited amount in there, and it doesn't look like it's completely.
Not unlike Santa's bag. Stop looking at
Are there
Nonny's boobies. I put my sack on those while she sleeps too.
Nonny, do you have a?
If you feel a little tickle at night, it's just Cole.
It's just me,
And your
little old Cole.
Your small elf sack.
Oh, you know what? It gets pretty big.
I'm assuming.
You know what? I will
Elves
say
have
that I
tiny
am.
penises.
You'd be surprised, miss.
Nonny, do you have Elf on the Shelf
no,
at your house?
we don't. We don't do that. We just, I don't know. I just threaten things like Santa is watching. You better.
You go. So you go old school. You go old
yeah,
school.
yeah, we go old school.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
unless
tell-
the elf could babysit while I'm out, that would be nice.
What would
Do
you be
guys do
doing while
that?
you're out?
What do I do when I'm out? Or what would?
Look, it's people like you that don't employ elves on shelves that's got us at a 15% unemployment rate.
15.
It's high. It's high. These people they have no income.
Cole, are you guys like an equal opportunity employer? 'Cause
Well-
I only celebrate Kwanzaa, so I would need an African American elf to come to my house.
We do have African American elves. They're only about 3/5 the elf I am, I would say, though.
I always heard that African American elves were larger.
There is a higher unemployment rate with them. If you want to talk to some of them, I can hook you up with the elf NAACP, and we can probably get something going.
What do you want people to know about the Elf on the Shelf? What do you want them to take away from this interview?
Know that it's we're honest, good, hardworking elves. We need jobs, and at the same, if it also keeps your kid from misbehaving during the holidays, it's a win-win for everybody.
Now, we've told Eli that if he touches you, because that was one of the things you're not supposed to touch you.
Right.
Inappropriately?
And anyway, hopefully,
Yeah, in any way at
Okay.
all.
I'm
But
just making sure.
what happens to
fluff up the joint.
what happens to said child if they do touch you?
Well, I will lose my magic, and it will happen in a big searing flash on their skin. They'll have a 3rd-degree burn whatever part of their body touches mine.
Oh, Jesus.
More incentive not to touch me.
I guess so.
Do you want to touch me?
No, but you touch
Where?
me. You touch me. How come you don't?
It's only the touch of a child that will make me lose my magic.
Oh my word. Well, Cole, I can't stand you being here every year because.
Then I will pack my bags and leave.
But the kids really do adore.
Then
it.
I will stay.
But I run out of stuff to do with you.
What else could we do? Well, how about we take out all the shoelaces? How about you work with me? I get tired. I have these little hands.
I get tired of cleaning up after you. It took me forever to get that fucking toothpaste off a mirror. You ever try to get toothpaste off a mirror?
That was hard work. I had to get way up there.
Yeah, actually.
We'll take out all the shoelaces. We'll tie them in knots.
All right, well, we'll work on that tonight. I got 3 more shows to do because my friend Jason wants to do 6.
He's a dick.
Yeah. Well, Cole, thank you very much. I'm gonna go get the door and see if I can grab Jason.
I
back.
just saw him disappear into a sea of fans.
Oh.
I'm heading that way. I'll yell at him from my fucking shelf.
Okay, will you open the door for him real quick?
All right, here I go.